Hello ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending tonight's debate. Please help me in welcoming our presidential candidates. First let me introduce Senator Bernie Sanders. Now help me welcome the next candidate, Mr. Donald J. Trump. Tonight's topic is one of great importance. Acute care hospital settings. Specifically, how and why we should support the idea of occupation-centered practice.
You know what? I have a question for our audience. Why are we concerned with this occupation-centered stuff? Why aren't we focused on productivity?
Donald, my friend, I believe you are missing the point here. When people are in acute care, it is usually due to a very significant change in health or function. Patients can be scared, or even unable to advocate for their own individual needs and desires. Focus on productivity doesn't ensure positive outcomes and can lead to readmissions. Actually, the driving force behind occupation-centered practice is engagement in meaningful activities which supports patient outcomes by enhancing participation and satisfaction.
Bernie, my friend, it's about the money. Hospitals don't trade off thoughtfulness. If clinicians don't have at least 90% productivity, how is any money supposed to be made?
Oh no, you are missing the point completely. Don't you see that by employing occupation-centered practice, it will improve patient outcomes which can't save money?
Save money, you say? Well, if there's one thing I like more than talking about myself, it's saving money. Now you have my attention. Please elaborate on how we do this.
I'd be happy to explain what we can do. Let's take a trip to the acute care setting to help you get a better idea of what we can do. This is Betty. Betty was admitted to the hospital on Friday with a UTI. It is now Monday and she has not been seen by therapy yet. Look, here comes the nurse. Hello, may I ask how well Betty is moving around and engaging in her ADLs?
Well, how am I supposed to know that? Therapy hasn't seen her yet.
What? You mean to tell me you have not gotten Betty out of bed at all these last 3 days?
Well, of course not. I don't want to risk and fall. Therapy needs to come evaluate her before I'll even think about getting her up.
This is no good. This is the first thing that we need to address. Unfortunately, occupational therapists cannot be with Betty every hour of the day. Interdisciplinary education is a vital aspect of care coordination. According to Moyers and Metzler, a lack of care coordination can lead to negative outcomes. These negative outcomes can include a patient's level of function declining further than it should during an acute care hospital admission.
So in order to support an occupation-centered practice, we need to provide free education to other healthcare professionals. There you go again, wanting to give away free stuff.
Who is this guy, Mr. Sanders? I don't think we can talk about Betty with him in the room.
Don't worry about it. I have a lot of money, and people love me. I'm sure Betty loves me and doesn't have a problem with me being in the room.
Donald, why do you think I am always giving away free stuff? Anyways, the nurse has a point. We should leave so she doesn't give out any identifiable information.
He didn't even offer to fly me back to the auditorium, and I didn't bring my helicopter. Now I have to walk back like a poor person.
Occupational therapists need to advocate for their patients and educate other professionals on how they can engage the patient during their stay. According to MROZ, due to occupational therapy being client-centered, they have an opportunity to be a leader in interdisciplinary education.
So won't educating other professionals mean that therapists must take time out of their workday that could be spent on addressing other patients? How is that productive?
By taking the time to educate other professionals about what they can do to support a patient, therapists can help to increase a patient's capacity to engage in meaningful and desired occupations even when the occupational therapist is not working with them. Supporting occupational engagement outside of therapy can improve patient outcomes. Therefore, avoiding future readmissions and maintaining an occupation-centered practice that is effective and efficient